In this lesson, we will create our roadmap to success. We will draw a detailed map to our goal. First, let's take an overall look at our goal and break it down into milestones. Milestones are basically mini-goals, and we will use them to track our progress more effectively and to keep our level of motivation high. Using milestones is a strategy that breaks down large goals into smaller and more manageable chunks. If your goal is to lose weight, then you set milestones at, say, every 2 pounds. You then focus more on the milestones rather than on the overall goal. Your aim is to lose an achievable 2 pounds in 2 weeks. When this is completed, you then move to the next 2-pound milestone. Most large goals, including those concerned with money, exercise, or relationships, can be broken down into milestone chunks. So take a look at your goal and ask yourself, how can I break this goal down into milestones? To make it easier, take a piece of paper and draw a horizontal line that represents a timeline. The beginning of this timeline is where you are right now, and the end is the goal that you want to achieve. Think about what 3-6 major stepping stones to your goal are. Mark each milestone on the timeline, so at the end you will get something like this. We will zoom in and look closely at what needs to be done in order to achieve the first milestone. We will create a step-by-step roadmap to your first mini-goal. But before you begin doing that, let's see what a step really means. Every step represents one action that could be completed in 2 hours max. The perfect step takes around 50-60 minutes to finish or less. 1-hour tasks will fit flawlessly into your natural body cycle, and you will be able to concentrate on them fully. I have to mention one more thing before we start developing an action plan. Let's talk about planning fallacy. Planning fallacy is a tendency to overestimate our ability to complete the certain task in a certain amount of time. We are really bad when it comes to predicting how much time the certain task would take us. This tendency is explained by several reasons. We fail to consider our own past experiences while planning. When my husband tells me it will take him 15 minutes to vacuum the carpets, he is ignoring the fact that it took him an hour to do so last time. And as any professor can tell you, most college seniors, after 4 straight years of paper writing, still can't seem to figure out how long it will take them to write a 10-page paper. We just don't take our past into account the way we should when thinking about our future. We ignore the possibility that things won't go as planned. Our plans are always the best-case scenario. Running to the store for some bread and milk might take 15 minutes. If there is no traffic, if we find it right away, if there aren't long lines at the register. We don't think about all the steps that make up the task. When you think about painting a room, you may picture yourself using a roller to quickly slap the paint on the walls and think that it won't take much time at all, neglecting to consider how you will first have to move or cover the furniture, tape all the fixtures and window frames, do all the edging by hand, and so on. So, when you will be developing your action plan, ask yourself, how long did it take me the last time I did a similar task? Make it a habit to consider how long it has taken you in the past. See if there are possible obstacles that could slow you down, and mentally visualize all the steps you will need to take to get it done. The general rule is that you can safely add 30-40% to any time prediction you make. Now in your journal, write down what are the milestones that you need to complete in order to achieve your goal, and develop an action plan to achieve your first milestone.